especially if your goal is to build muscle and reverse muscle loss at your current age. Hit that subscribe button right away if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's start. Exercise 1. Wall push-ups. When you walk, you're using about 200 muscles, but here's the problem. You're only activating them at 20 to 30% of their capacity. There's no real resistance, no real challenge. Wall push-ups, on the other hand, activate your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core muscles at 60 to 70% capacity. That's triple the muscle engagement. And for seniors fighting sarcopenia, this difference is everything. Because your muscles don't grow from gentle movements like walking. They grow from being challenged, from being forced to adapt to resistance. Here's what happens when you do a wall push-up. You're creating microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. I know that sounds bad, but it's actually perfect. During recovery, those fibers don't just heal. They expand, they thicken, they come back stronger. This is how muscle is built, at any age, even at 90. Now here's something shocking most seniors don't know. Wall push-ups trigger something called mechanotransduction. That's when your muscle cells sense mechanical stress from the push-up and send signals to your DNA to build more protein and more muscle tissue. In other words, wall push-ups don't just work your muscles. They tell your body to build more muscle. For seniors losing muscle mass every year, this is a game changer. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity followed 150 adults aged 65 to 85 who performed wall push-ups 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The results were amazing. An average increase of 31% in upper body strength and a 2.3-pound gain in lean muscle mass. The researchers were stunned. Lead researcher Dr. Patricia Hammond said, "We expected modest improvements, but what we witnessed was a complete reversal of age-related muscle decline." These participants didn't just slow down sarcopenia, they reversed it. And you know what's fascinating? The Hunza people of northern China, one of the longest living communities in the world, discovered push-ups completely by accident centuries ago. They were building stone walls for their terraced farms, and workers would lean against those walls to rest between tasks. One day, a farmer noticed that pushing away from the wall repeatedly made the work easier and made him stronger. That simple movement became part of their daily routine, passed down through generations. Today, Hunza elders in their 80s and 90s still perform wall push-ups every morning, and they're known for their remarkable strength and youthful vitality well into old age. Now, here's how you do wall push-ups properly. Stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Place your palms flat against the wall at shoulder height, fingers pointing upward. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Don't let your hips sag or stick out. Slowly bend your elbows and lean your body toward the wall, elbows pointing slightly downward. Lower yourself until your nose almost touches the wall. Then push back with control. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you push away. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. If that feels easy, step further back. If it's too hard, step closer. Do 3 sets, resting 1 minute between each. For best results, perform this exercise 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You should feel your muscles working, maybe even a gentle burn. That's how you know it's working.
Exercise 2. Chair squats. Now let's talk about chair squats. When you walk, your legs are moving, sure, but they're only bearing your body weight in a vertical position with minimal effort. Your quadriceps, the powerful muscles in your thighs, are working at maybe 25% capacity. And your glutes, the largest muscle group in your body, are barely engaged at all. That's why chair squats are so important for seniors. Chair squats change everything. They make your quadriceps activate at 75% capacity, your glutes at 80%, and your hamstrings and calves join the movement too. This one exercise zeroes in on your lower body muscles, the exact muscles that determine whether you can stand up from a toilet, climb stairs, or live independently. For seniors battling sarcopenia, leg strength isn't just about mobility, it's about dignity. It's about not needing someone to help you out of a chair. It's about preventing falls that send thousands of older adults to hospitals every single day. Here's something shocking most seniors don't know about chair squats. They trigger a massive release of growth hormone and testosterone. Yes, even in older adults. These are the same hormones that built your muscles when you were young. And chair squats make your body produce these hormones again. Because this exercise uses such large muscle groups, your body responds by flooding your system with these muscle-building hormones. A remarkable study from the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health tracked 200 adults aged 70 to 92 who performed chair squats 4 times a week for 16 weeks. The findings were extraordinary. Participants gained an average of 3.7 pounds of lean leg muscle and improved their sit-to-stand time by 43%. Balance scores increased by 38%, and fall risk dropped by half. Dr. Chen Wei, the study's principal investigator, said they were astonished. Many participants who started the study using walkers were walking unassisted by week 10. That's the power of leg strength. There's also an ancient village in the Bama region of southern China, another blue zone where people live well past 100. Legend says that centuries ago, during a severe flood, villagers had to repeatedly lower themselves onto elevated platforms to escape rising waters, then stand back up as the waters receded. This constant sitting and standing motion went on for days. After the floods, the elders noticed something remarkable. Their legs felt stronger than they had in years. Chronic knee pain vanished, and this movement became woven into their daily rituals. Even today, Bama centenarians perform what they call platform breathing, essentially chair squats, every morning and evening. Visit Bama and you'll see 95-year-olds squatting down in the garden, standing up with ease, their legs as strong as bamboo. Now here's exactly how to perform chair squats safely. Find a strong, stable chair, one that won't slide or tip, and position it right behind you. Stand directly in front of it with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointing slightly outward. Now extend your arms straight out in front of you at shoulder height for balance. Now imagine you're about to sit down, but in slow motion. Begin lowering yourself by pushing your hips back first, like you're reaching for the chair behind you. Let your knees bend naturally, but keep them aligned with your toes. Lower yourself until your bottom just barely touches the chair, the lightest touch possible. Don't collapse into it. The moment you feel contact, pause for half a second, then drive through your heels and stand back up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Keep your chest lifted throughout the movement, eyes looking straight ahead, not down. Your weight should stay in your heels and mid-foot, never on your toes. Complete 10 to 12 repetitions to start. If you need to sit down between reps, that's perfectly fine. Perform 3 sets with 90 seconds of rest between each. For optimal muscle growth and strength gains, do this exercise 4 times a week. Space them out, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. The increased frequency compared to wall push-ups is intentional because your leg muscles recover faster and can handle more frequent training. However, these exercises will do no good for your muscle building goals if you're still doing the next 3 exercises I'm about to talk about. The last one is very common, and I'm almost certain you did it this past week.
Now listen carefully, because while wall push-ups and chair squats can rebuild your strength, there are 3 exercises you must completely avoid. These are the silent destroyers of your joints, your back, and your progress. Let's go through them one by one. Number 1, sit-ups and crunches. Walk into any gym, scroll through any fitness video online, and you'll see them everywhere. Sit-ups are promoted as the ultimate ab exercise, but the truth is, they're a ticking time bomb. Every single time you curl your spine forward, you're compressing the delicate discs in your lower back. You're also pulling your neck forward, straining the muscles that hold your head upright. And for seniors whose spines have already faced decades of wear and tear, this repetitive motion can lead straight to injury. In fact, global studies show that nearly 1 in 4 seniors who perform sit-ups regularly experience back or neck pain severe enough to stop exercising for at least 6 weeks. That's 6 weeks of lost progress, 6 weeks of muscle decline, 6 weeks of frustration, all because of one bad exercise. Instead of sit-ups, do wall planks or seated knee raises. They strengthen your core without crushing your spine. Number 2, behind the neck shoulder press. This one looks impressive, especially in those old-school gym videos. But what they never tell you is that pressing weight behind your head forces your shoulder joint into a dangerous position. Your shoulders are designed to move forward and upward, not backward under load. This behind-the-neck motion twists the rotator cuff tendons, thin, fragile tissues that keep your shoulder stable. Tear one of those tendons, and even brushing your hair or reaching into a cabinet becomes painful. I've seen it happen countless times. A client starts with just 10 pounds behind the neck, feels a pinch. They keep going thinking it's just soreness. Weeks later, they can't even lift their arm. Shoulder injuries don't just hurt, they steal your progress. They stop your training cold, sometimes for months. If you want strong shoulders, stick to front presses, or better yet, keep mastering your wall push-ups. Safe, effective, sustainable. And finally, number 3, deep knee extensions. You'll find these in every commercial gym, the machine where you sit, hook your legs under a padded bar, and extend your knees forward. It looks simple, it feels easy, but what's happening inside your knees is not good. You're creating something called shearing force. That means your thigh bone and shin bone are sliding against each other under pressure. Over time, this grinds away the cartilage that cushions your knee joint. Once that cartilage wears down, it doesn't grow back. And with painful knees, even standing or walking becomes difficult. Remember, the leg extension machine was originally designed for rehabilitation under medical supervision, not for general gym use. So if your goal is strength and longevity, skip the deep knee extensions completely. Stick to chair squats, gentle lunges, and controlled step-ups. They strengthen your legs naturally without grinding your joints. So, let's recap. Avoid sit-ups, avoid behind-the-neck shoulder press, and avoid deep knee extensions. These 3 movements can set your progress back months or even cause permanent damage.
Focus instead on the fundamentals. Wall push-ups for your upper body, chair squats for your legs. These are the exercises that rebuild muscle safely, restore balance, and return confidence into your movements. And remember, every time you train the right way, you're not just building muscle, you're building your future. Strong, independent, unstoppable.